Hello everyone, back tuning into today's video. Going to do the weekend broadcast as always on a Saturday, having a detailed look at the weather the week ahead across the British Isles. We're going to be in for some quite interesting weather this week. Lots of quiet conditions. It's been a very dry October. I think one of the driest Octobers since 1978. But we're going to be seeing dry conditions continuing into November. The difference is that we're going to change the air mass. At the moment, we've got quite a mild air mass coming up from the south and from the southwest, which is bathing us in a lot of cloud, but also pretty mild temperatures. That will change on Tuesday, with the high pressure shifting to the west. We're going to turn the winds into a polar maritime air source. So the sun will return, but the downside, if you consider the downside, is that temperatures will drop. We'll have an increasing risk of night frost breaking out as we go through the middle and latter part of the week. And then as we get through to next weekend, there are hints that we might get our first Arctic proper northerly plunge of the season. Excuse me, next weekend. And if that happens, we could see some quite hard overnight frost eventually, and also the risk of wintry showers up in the north, so a little bit of a taste of winter perhaps in around a week's time. We'll get on with the weekend broadcast in a second. Before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, there's links to articles on all of the pages. Have a browse through widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. You'll be having to pay website. Thanks very much for doing that. There's also video ads, most pages, which own content. When you watch a close book again, it does help to pay for GazObvious.com. I've got a bit of a cold today, so I might need to stop and have a cough. Hopefully we'll get through it okay. So this is a radar picture from the weather outlook. There's lots of dry weather. We have had showers this morning in the northeast. Most of those have gone now. A few showery bursts coming to the northwest of Scotland. But the bulk of the country is dry. Although the cloud is thick enough. We're under a lot of cloud. And some of the cloud is thick enough to be producing little spots of light rain and drizzle. So although we're under a massive area of high pressure at 1,030 millibars, actually it's not universally dry. There are little bits of drizzle just because the cloud is so thick and there's so much moisture, humidity in the air. So we're going to have a lot of cloud through the course of this afternoon. There will be some brighter breaks coming through, and that's always most likely in the east. That's where we get the highest temperatures. If the sunshine comes out, temperatures could get up to 18 or 19 degrees. That's around mid-60s Fahrenheit. More generally, with the cloud, going to be around 15 Celsius, with a pretty humid and damp feel. Will be showery bursts of rain, if you've already seen it on radar picture, spreading into northwest Scotland by the end of the afternoon. Overnight tonight, of course, we're falling back into Greenwich Mean Time, so don't forget to set your clocks an hour back when you go to bed. You're going to have an extra hour in bed tonight. But we'll keep a lot of cloud across the country, no change with the weather, despite the fact that we're changing the clocks. So plenty of cloud, one or two clearer breaks. If the cloud does break up for any length of time, it could allow mist and fog patches to develop, but I don't think they'll be all that widespread, really. Too much cloud for that. A weather system will be brushing into the northwest of Scotland, bringing some cloud and showery bursts of rain, excuse me, to them. Temperature's going to be mild tonight at around 7 to 12 Celsius. No problems with temperatures. We're still under high pressure for sunny, so very little change. The showery rain across the northwest of Scotland first thing in the morning will move northwards and clear away. It's a repeater today, really. Loads of cloud under this ridge of high pressure. A few bright or sunny breaks, which could lift temperatures up to 18 or 19 Celsius. But under the cloud, more like 15 degrees. It will feel warm and quite humid once again. Very dry to end the month. And then go through into Monday, which of course is Halloween. It's the last day of October. Still no change really, but there is a cold front starting to move into Scotland. So that's going to bring a band of cloud and rain southwards across Scotland during the course of Monday. That could prove a bit of a damp squib for anyone who's got Halloween trick-or-treating in mind in Scotland on Monday evening. But elsewhere, still under the ridge of high pressure, so lots of dry weather. Slight change in wind direction, could pull in some drier air. So after a cloudy start probably on Monday morning, I reckon we've got a better chance of the sun breaking through actually on Monday afternoon, which will make it feel quite warm. Temperatures going up across England and Wales, potentially to around 18 or 90 degrees in those sunny spells, which is way above average for the last day of October. That's the last of the warmth, however, because on Tuesday we'll bring this cold front down as a rapidly weakening feature. The cold front will be spreading southwards across the country, changing the air mass, pulling the winds down from the north or the northwest, with high pressure repositioning out to west of the country. So no more than a band of cloud moving south across England and Wales on Tuesday, with brighter skies already in across Scotland and Northern Ireland, spreading southwards. We should all see the sun by the end of Tuesday afternoon. And the change of the month into November will bring a change in the feel as well. Temperatures in the far south could still be reaching on the south coast, excuse me, around 15 degrees, which is 59 Fahrenheit, but cooler areas spreading southwards. So the Midlands, for example, just at 12 degrees, Northern England probably just at 10, Northern Ireland probably just at 9, and parts of Scotland probably no better than 7 or 8 degrees. And you will notice that drop in temperature once the cold front is clearing through. That could well pave the way to a widespread ground frost under this ridge of high pressure on Tuesday night. I expect temperature to be getting perilously close to freezing across many parts of the country, going below freezing, probably in rural areas. There could be showers across Scotland and North East England as well, and those might turn a little bit wintry across the far north of Scotland in the early hours of Wednesday. Wednesday itself is under this ridge of high pressure, so lots of dry weather. A few showers still running down the east coast. There'll mostly be of rain, maybe a bit wintry across the far northeast of Scotland. But the bulk of the country will remain dry and an area of high pressure. The difference will be the feel in the weather. Despite the sunshine, temperatures are going to be cool, even quite cold, at around, say, 6 to 12 degrees, no better than that. We go through into Thursday, and I think we have a widespread frost on Thursday morning. And that could be quite a hard frost as well in some rural areas and up in the north. Later on, we'll start to bring cloud and showery bursts of rain back into the north and west of Scotland. That might be preceded by a bit of sleet or snow over Scottish mountains, but I think it'll be mainly rain moving in off the Atlantic. England and Wales, though, under this ridge of high pressure, will be staying dry. Temperatures quite cold, really, at around 5 to 10 Celsius at best. Moving through into Friday, we end the working week still with high pressure close to the south, but a weather system is coming into the north, so expect outbreaks of increasingly heavy rain to be developing across Scotland, eventually starting to push down towards Northern Ireland. England and Wales probably starting off with a ground frost, but good sunny spells in the morning will be replaced by cloud in the afternoon. As the wind turns into the west, it'll probably turn a bit milder, with temperatures of around 7 to 13 degrees, although I doubt it'll feel all that mild with the persistent rain up in the north. And then we get through into next weekend, and things get very interesting because low pressure is moving southwards and eastwards on Saturday. This is bonfire night, of course. We've got low pressure moving south and east on Saturday, bringing potentially quite a lot of wet weather. Haven't been able to say that very often this autumn. As that low pressure clears away, it turns the winds into the north. On Sunday, foggy isobars about the areas originating from a long way north, so this will be a proper Arctic northerly. So there's a lot of uncertainty about this, but Saturday could be a very wet day, possibly washing out quite a few firework and bonfire parties. Sunday, like to be much drier, but also a lot colder, with wind in from the north. We expect night frost, especially on Sunday night, and also the risk of wintry showers. They could turn increasingly to snow, those showers across northern and eastern parts of Scotland. A little bit of an early bite of winter, perhaps. Finally, have a look at the charts from the weather outlook. So for today, loads of dry weather. This is showing good sunshine across England and Wales. It's not going to be that sunny, although I think it will brighten things up a little bit in the east. Temperatures very mild. That continues into Sunday as well, and into Monday, although on Monday we'll start to bring outbreaks of rain into parts of Scotland through the course of the day. That spreads southwards as a weak feature on Tuesday, just a band of cloud really moving southwards, but enough to change the wind into the northwest and bring more sunshine, but also drop the temperatures quite substantially. So then we go into the middle part of the week, and we're quite cold, lots of dry weather, but night frost becoming increasingly probable around the middle part of the week. And we go through to the end of the week, turns more unsettled in the north and west with outbreaks of rain, the driest weather in the south and the southeast. And then we get through into next weekend, and there's a good chance agreement between both the GFS and the ECWF that we're going to pull in a proper Arctic plunge next weekend. Keep in mind, it is only November, so we're not talking about depths of winter with widespread severe frost and blizzards. But for the time of year, it will be quite notable, potentially, with hard night frost probable and also wintry showers up in the north. We'll keep you posted. It's a little way off, so it's time for it all to go a bit pear-shaped. We'll keep you posted, but fairly good agreement for that to take place today. So, in summary, we're going to be in for more very quiet weather. The difference will be that will change the air mass. We're starting off with a cloudy and quite warm and humid type air mass. From Tuesday onwards, it's all changed. As the wind turns into the northwest, we'll find that the temperatures drop, but we do get more and sunshine, night frost from the end of the week onwards. A little bit milder at the end of the week and more unsettled in the north and west before potentially going into a bit of an Arctic plunge next weekend. We'll keep you posted on that. Right, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.